Have you ever tried to hold a handful of dry sand? If you hold it loosely, with an open palm, the sand stays. You possess it. But the moment you close your fingers, the moment you squeeze tight to make sure you don't lose it, it slips away. The harder you squeeze, the faster you lose it, until you are left with nothing but a clenched fist and dust. Success works exactly the same way. We live in a world that screams, hustle harder, want it more, grind until your eyes bleed. But what if I told you that your wanting is the very thing pushing your dreams away? What if your desperation is acting like a repellent force field? This is the story of Leo, a man who did everything right for 730 days straight and failed until the day he stopped trying. And suddenly, everything changed. If you feel stuck, if you feel like you are pushing against a wall that won't move, you need to understand the backward law. Leo was the perfect student of success. He woke up at 5 a.m. He took ice-cold showers. He meditated. He wrote down his goals 50 times a day. He was building a business, an online brand. He poured his soul into it. He told himself, I need this to work. I cannot go back to my old job. But here's the problem with needing something that badly. In psychology, there is a concept called the desperation signal. Well, think about dating. Imagine you go on a first date with someone. They are nice, they are dressed well, but you can sense something off. They text you too fast. They laugh too loud at your jokes. They talk about marriage on the first night. They are desperate. What do? You run. Why? Because desperation implies lack. It implies that they are empty, and they need you to fill them. It is repulsive. The universe and the market reacts the same way to Leo. When Leo made a video, or wrote a sales pitch, or posted content, the audience could smell it. They could smell the please like me. They could smell the please buy from me. His desperation tainted his work. It made his content feel heavy, forced, transactional. He was screaming into the void, I am not enough. I need this success to be enough. And the void screamed back, then you shall have nothing. For 2 years, Leo lived in this hell, the hell of trying, the hell of forcing, until one Tuesday night in November. He broke. Leo hit a wall. Total burnout. He lay on his floor, staring at the ceiling fan. He looked at his computer, the symbol of his torture, and he whispered 2 words. I quit. I don't care anymore. If I stay poor, I stay poor. If I fail, I fail. I am done. In that moment, Leo didn't realize it, but he had just stumbled upon a 2,000-year-old secret. The philosopher Alan Watts called it the backward law. Watts said, the desire for a more positive experience is itself a negative experience, but accepting a negative experience is a positive experience. Let that sink in. When you desire to be rich, you are reinforcing the reality that you are poor. When you desire to be happy, you are constantly reminding yourself that you are unhappy. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is filled with pain. That pain is called trying. Leo, lying on that floor, accidentally closed the gap by accepting failure. He stopped being afraid of it, and when the fear vanished, something else took its place. Freedom. Now, this is where most people get confused. Does stopping trying mean you lie in bed and do nothing? No. That is laziness. That is apathy. Leo didn't stop doing. He stopped struggling. There is a massive difference between effort and struggle. Struggle is action laced with fear. It is action that says, I must do this or else. It is rigid. It is heavy. Effort or right action is natural. It is like breathing. You work, but there is no tension. The next morning, Leo woke up. He didn't set an alarm. He sat down at his computer. Not because he needed to hit a metric, but because he had an idea he wanted to share. He wrote. But this time, he wasn't writing for the algorithm. He wasn't writing to get views. He was writing to express himself. He thought, Since I've already failed, I might as well have fun with this. He detached his self-worth from the outcome. If the video got 10 views, fine. If it got 10,000 views, fine. He was no longer a beggar asking the world for validation. He was a creator, giving the world his truth. And do you know what happened? The audience felt the shift. The Taoists call this Wu Wei, non-action. It doesn't mean no action. It means effortless action. It means acting in accordance with the flow of nature, not against it. Think about a surgeon. If a surgeon is in the middle of a complex heart surgery, and he starts thinking, oh God, I really need this patient to live so I can get a promotion. What if I fail? What will my wife think? His hands will shake. He will fail. To succeed, he must forget the outcome. He must become one with the scalpel. He must dissolve into the process. When Leo stopped caring about the money, the anxiety noise in his brain shut off. His prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that worries about the future, went quiet. He entered flow state. His content became sharper. His voice became authentic. He wasn't trying to impress anyone anymore, and that is exactly why he became impressive. Authenticity is magnetic, but you cannot be authentic when you are desperate. You can only be authentic when you don't care if they like you or not. So, how do you apply this? How do you stop trying when you have bills to pay? You need to sign a surrender contract with yourself. Step 1. Face the monster. Look at your worst-case scenario. Really look at it. If I fail, I will have to get a normal job. If I fail, people will laugh. Accept it. Make peace with it. Say to yourself, I can survive that. Once you accept the worst, it loses its power over you. The monster disappears. Step 2. Sever the link. Cut the cord between your work and your self-worth. You are not your subscriber count. You are not your bank balance. Treat your business like a game. Play to win, yes, but realize it is just a game. When you play a video game, you don't have a panic attack when you lose a level. You just restart. Treat life with that same playful lightness. Step 3. Process over prize. Fall in love with the boredom of the work. Fall in love with the editing, the writing, the coding. If you only love the trophy, you will quit. If you love the training, you will eventually become a champion by accident. 6 months after Leo stopped trying, his channel exploded. His business took off. The success he had chased for 2 years finally caught up to him the moment he stopped running. It sounds like a paradox. It sounds unfair, but it is the law of the universe. Success is like a shadow. If you run towards it, it runs away. If you turn your back on it and walk towards the sun, it follows you. Stop strangling your life with your expectations. Open your hands. Let go of the need. Let go of the desperation. Do the work, not because you need a reward, but because it is who you are. Stop trying to be somebody. And just be. If this video helped you let go, hit the like button. It helps others find this message. Tell me in the comments. What is the one thing you are trying too hard to control? Let's talk about it. Subscribe for more truths about the mind. I'll see you in the next one.